Welcome back to the channel, everyone, for the next installment of what we're doing to the boat to get her ready to move to Bahamas. Here we're looking at now around 6 weeks or so till she's transported from Texas. Then she'll make a stop in St. Petersburg, Florida for a couple of weeks to get maintenance and repair done, get a few little things upgraded, and get it all ready to go, make the trip. So today what I wanted to show you is some of the electronics that I'll be working on, or having my audio video guys work on. So what we have here is, this is the stereo I had put in a few years ago, little 12 volt plug there. These are switches that this turns on the audio inside the cabin. You could also turn it off, of course, and then that turns it on outside, turns it off outside. Empty space down here. Then I don't even know what this thing does. Below it is a DVD player. Then this is the I guess the control unit for the satellite dome that's outside, high-def satellite made by Intellian. Another DVD player down here, DirecTV satellite box. And then, like we looked at before, there's another DirecTV box down there. That was a little bigger. That was a DVR as well. Then you've got an empty space down there, a plug, and then that is something with the TV antenna, the regular over-the-air antenna for outside, and then another little space right there. So what these switches are right here, you can see there's one there, and then a couple more switches right here and here. You can see there's a little bit of writing on there. So here in Texas, the boat is under, it's under a cover. It's in a slip. It's a covered slip. So when I'm under that cover, the satellite dish that's on the top of the boat does not receive a signal, so we have to plug it in to a satellite dish that's mounted on the dock. So this selects satellite receiver on the radio on the boat versus the one that's on the dock. So when I come in and plug in, I have to switch it up. And since there's two boxes and two cables that come in to connect to, I got two of these. So both of those are going to disappear. So what my plan is, you can see there's a lot of wasted space here, and it's been like that for a few years, but I haven't really needed the space that bad, because space is not necessarily at a premium with what I'm doing right now. I've got a dock box outside. I can put a bunch of stuff. I've got, a bunch of cabinets out there. But once this boat goes to the Bahamas, space is going to be at a premium. So what I'm going to try to do is consolidate a whole lot of this stuff. Like, I'm going to take out these two DVD players. Those have been in this boat literally for probably 6 or 7 years, and I've never one single time used them. So they're going bye-bye. The DirecTV box here and here, I'm actually going to swap this big one out for another one that's this size, and I'm thinking we're going to end up putting the two of them up here, like above that top shelf, because I think what we can do is get both those DirecTV boxes and the new stereo head unit, which is bigger than this one, all up here in this space. We can move this shelf if we need to. We can move it down, because this piece is we're gonna get a new one custom made. I don't know what this space right here is even for, but we're not gonna use it. So once we get all that mounted in there, there will be a little space up in here that we can put these remote controls and other things like that. These two things will go away. These are some little radio broadcasting things that I have, so I can connect my dock with the boat and blast everybody out real loud if I need to, but I don't ever use those because I get in trouble every time I try to crank that up. So down here, we should be able to get rid of like this whole thing top to bottom. We can move this plug somewhere else. Like we can take this plug and mount it in the side over here. We can get rid of this. So basically we can free up this entire compartment right here. This has been my audio video junk drawer. Turn this fan off because it's probably making some noise. I think I'm going to end up throwing away about 90% of the crap that's in here. It's cables and stickers and all kinds of other junk that at some point I probably needed, but time to do a little spring cleaning and get rid of it. Down here, a bunch of the paperwork for a lot of the stereo stuff I have on the boat, warranty cards and stuff I've never filled out. You know, more cables. I don't know what I need this for, but probably going to end up going in the trash. So I should be able to reclaim all of one of these and at least part of the other. And this one over here right now is currently pretty much empty. That's usually vodka storage. Then what we're going to do also, right now the system over here is a little complex since it has 2 satellite sources and 2 DVD sources. And so the way I have everything wired up on the boat, you can select between sources on all the TVs, so you can choose, you know, DVD or satellite on all the TVs just by switching the input on the TV. So behind this TV right now, remember this is that one that I had put in here that's very custom. Behind there is it's a device that splits the signals. You know, so it's got 4 signals coming in, 2 DVDs, 2 satellite, and then it's got 5 TVs that it distributes it all out to. And I think that thing has been acting up a little bit because, like, one of the TVs outside in the cockpit, a lot of times it says no signal when I know damn well it's getting a signal, or it should be getting a signal. So I think that splitter box has been causing a problem. But regardless, we're going to take that out, replace it with a lot more simple splitters, since we're basically only going down to 2 sources. So we'll split those 2 sources so that each TV can choose between either satellite box. And once the guys start doing some work in here, which should be literally any day now, I'll get some video of what it looks like behind this TV, because there is a ton of wires and connections and electrical and all kinds of crap back there that would be very interesting to see, especially the before and after, because it's a bit of a mess right now, but we're going to get it all cleaned up and looking good. And this thing right over here controls some LED lights that I have inside the boat. It's not working right at the moment. Typically you just hit that button right there and these really cool indirect lights up at the top come on, but something's wrong with it and it's not doing its thing, but we're going to get that fixed. So on to show you some of the other things we're going to be doing. I showed you this emergency position radio beacon. We're going to get this thing mounted up at the helm, putting in some new sensors, high water sensors, some new door sensors and all that. One other thing I'm going to be installing is the Sirius XM weather, which will connect with the Raymarine GS165 multifunction displays that I have at the helm. And to get that, you have to add in a little bit of equipment here. As you can see, that thing, it's the Raymarine SR200, and also comes with this thing that has to go up on the top of the boat. I got a little arch up there that can mount this thing on. You know, all the other stuff that goes with it in there. So that'll be real nice. That Sirius XM weather is really cool. If you have ever looked at any of the videos online, you can get water temperature, wave height. You can, of course, radar. And the nice thing about it is you can get all that when you're offshore and you don't have to have a cell signal for it. It costs a little bit of money each month, but to me it seems pretty darn reasonable. This is a Rockford Fosgate component here that will allow the new stereo that's going in the boat to connect with the multifunction displays so that I can control the stereo from the MFDs. Let's see, some more Siren Marine monitoring stuff that's about to go in. That way I can monitor the boat remotely for all kinds of cool stuff. I can set up a GPS fence so I always know where she is. You can there's sensors for voltage that you literally just plug into any 120 plug on the boat and it will monitor it. A lot of those marinas and ports that are there in the Bahamas, some of you guys may not know, but the power supply is a little questionable, and so monitoring the voltage that the boat is getting is going to be pretty important, because you know, a lot of those little islands where the boat will be spending some time will have some major fluctuations in the voltage that's coming in, because a lot of those are running off of huge generators on the islands. They don't get the constant supply of volts like we get here in the States. Well, we'll leave it at that for right now. Stay tuned for the next installment. Hopefully in the next week or so, I'll be able to put up some more video for you guys to see the progress on all the electronics. I'll also be showing you the upgrades that I've done to the cushions. I had a canvas guy come out and repair a lot of that. They repaired my bow cushions. We put some new shades over the skylights that are on top, and a few other little things that I'll show you guys. Until then, we'll see you soon.